Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Neon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
Hello. She's here.
I'm here.
She's here. She's still getting over the crud.
I still sound like this. Can't change it. Sorry.
But we're going to talk about Dave Chappelle, cancel culture, and the fact that it seems like cancel culture is being canceled at a very shocking rate. There are a lot of attempts to cancel certain celebrities, but it seems like it keeps backfiring between Chappelle and J.K. Rowling and some other people.
It's almost like the majority of people think cancel culture is stupid.
Yeah.
Globally.
Yeah. So let's talk about this because now not everybody, but by everybody I mean like 5 people on Twitter. 5 people on Twitter are angry that Dave Chappelle got Emmy nominations for his special, The Closer. And of course, that's the one that caused the massive outrage of like 3 people that walked out.
Yes.
But it also gave Netflix massive ratings. Same with the Ricky Gervais special. And people are angry that they dared nominate this for an Emmy. We're going to talk about it.
Yes.
Before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. Guys, over 272,000 subs.
Woo!
Thank you so much for the support. No, we haven't been canceled yet.
Oh, no, they try.
They do try. We can always tell when they're trying, and then it usually rebounds
right. And
pretty quickly after that.
That's the point. These groups of people, and they're the vocal minority, keep trying to cancel people. Cancel culture does exist in the fact that they attempt it. It doesn't always succeed. But we see people get fired before because they raise hell about it.
Yeah.
But mostly it doesn't work. It just causes the person they're trying to cancel to be more popular.
That's true. I mean, I will give them that because people are like, there is no such thing as cancel culture. I would say it's more attempted assassination culture. And I think it's like, they don't go for the head.
Well, no, I think cancel culture exists, but it's an attempted cancel culture. I think they're trying very damn hard to get people canceled, and then they get an occasional win, and then they celebrate that. So they think that they can just keep doing it. But now, in the last couple of years, especially, we're seeing like you said, the pendulum swing, and they're not getting anywhere. So they scream harder.
Yeah, and really what it winds up being in a lot of cases is a minor setback for people, and it actually makes them bigger than ever. Like Dave Chappelle's always been popular, but he's never been as popular as he has since the Netflix specials. Except for, Chappelle's show back in the day, but like he kind of laid low for a while, and then all the drama around it.
Well, I think too, people might not know somebody, but then they hear everybody screaming about that person, and they're like, what's the fuss about? And they go to watch it, see that it's a controversy, and they're like, but he's actually pretty funny, so I'm gonna start watching him now.
Yeah.
I think it actually does the opposite of what they intend.
Recently it's kind of funny. The top 2 opinion articles on Newsweek here, the incessant attacks on J.K. Rowling have to stop, followed by J.K. Rowling should be dropped by Warner Brothers over her.
One's a woman that says it should stop too.
Yeah, right. And Warner Brothers literally just came out like a week ago and said that they stand by J.K. Rowling. They look forward to doing more work with her. I think these companies.
It was longer than a week ago, but yes.
Time
Everything blends together.
Everything blends together. But the point being is that a lot of companies now are starting to realize, with the exception of Disney's just a lost cause at this point, but most of them are realizing that, this cancel culture stuff is really freaking stupid, and it's mostly drummed up by a bunch of Twitter bots, the Twitter army, and these people are not actual customers. Anyway, most of them are not.
Which if Twitter had to reveal how many fake accounts they had for real or got rid of the fake accounts, these people, the voice would be much smaller because a lot of it isn't even real people.
Yep. So now everybody who is, outraged, which is again like 12 people, they're upset because Dave Chappelle got Emmy nominations. According to online comments, Dave Chappelle's 2 Emmy nominations for his Netflix special, The Closer, is proof that cancel culture doesn't exist.
No, it's proof they are not winning. There's a difference.
Yeah, I think cancel culture exists. I think they failed at canceling.
Yeah, I think the cancel culture exists, but it's not working.
His 2021 stand-up show caused an outcry amongst the LGBTQ plus community as it was labeled transphobic by many being like 12.
That's, subjective.
He recently stood by his comments during another Netflix special, calling students who criticized him instruments of oppression. When the Emmy nominations were announced on Tuesday, Chappelle's The Closer was nominated for Outstanding Variety Special, Pre-Recorded, and Outstanding Directing for Variety Special. How very dare they? They're supposed to just pretend Dave Chappelle doesn't exist.
Right.
He's a non-person. He's been unpersoned Chappelle's nominations were met with fury from some online who believed it was proof that cancel culture isn't as big a threat as it's made out to be.
No, I think they're trying. They just aren't a threat, and they're salty that they aren't as big a threat as they want to be.
That's it. It's not that they didn't trust me. If they had their way, everybody who was even the least bit offensive would be permanently unemployed. Mm-hmm. They'd be living in a cardboard box somewhere, and that would be it. But the reality is there's not enough of these people complaining to get rid of people like Dave Chappelle. And it just makes him bigger and bigger and wealthier, and it backfires. It actually backfires. Chappelle's transphobic stand-up special was nominated for an Emmy, wrote a Twitter user. I'm sorry, I don't ever want to hear any cis-shay.
Oh, what the fuck? You know what? I'm so tired of cis and whatever this is, cis whatever. You know what? What the hell?
Cis-shet.
I don't want to be identified as cis-het or whatever it is. Cis-shit, whatever this is. I don't want to be identified as that. So stop. To me, that's hate speech. Stop using hate speech to identify people that are cis and cisgender. What the hell? What the hell?
I don't want to hear any cis-shet man complain about cancel culture again. This is crushing.
Oh,
they actually have to explain what it is. It's short for cisgender and heterosexual.
No, that's hate speech. I don't like it.
I don't like it either.
Yeah.
I'm
offended, yes. That's hate speech.
Twitter user Dal Poning agreed with the sentiment, writing that Chappelle's nomination is really all the proof you need that cancel culture doesn't exist. No.
And that's why you're mad. That's why. Stay salty. Keep crying. I don't know what to tell you.
No, it exists. You're a culture trying to cancel people you don't like. You're just failing.
You're just not winning.
Yes.
So it totally exists. There's totally movements out there meant to try to destroy people, cancel people, whatever. But you're not winning. There's a difference.
So there's a podcast co-host, the black guy who tips, I don't know. Dave Chappelle's Oscar acceptance speech is going to be about how he's the real victim of cancel culture. Others took the opportunity to mock those complaining. There are people out there that will claim the world is a hellhole because they can't silence everyone that has the temerity to disagree with them in public. Commenting on Chappelle, they continued, I'm sorry you couldn't destroy the man's career at will. I guess you'll just have to learn to deal with the disappointment.
Yeah, keep crying, I guess.
Cancel culture is clearly doing a number on him. Multiple Reddit threads, of course Reddit, discuss the controversy too, with thousands of people posting about it, both for and against Chappelle. Just a tired performance from a once great comedian.
Yeah, it's so tiring. He got lots of money and a lot more deals.
Wow, he seems canceled to me, one sarcastically wrote. That's definitely real and not just a culture that was a talking point used for marketing to their base. No.
There's a difference.
There absolutely was an attempt to destroy.
Cancel culture is real.
Yes.
They're just not succeeding. There's a difference.
That's it. Cancel culture is real. It's just failing miserably because there's not enough people who are outraged by everything. And I think even people who are offended by some of this shit are like, you know what? It's not worth the time and effort and aggravation.
I'll just watch something else.
I'll just watch something else.
And you know, they keep trying to say, oh, no, cancel culture doesn't exist because they don't want to admit that they're losing. You definitely are trying to cancel people. You're definitely putting pointed effort, marked effort into trying to trash people, trying to get them fired. That's cancel culture. Just because you fail at it, there isn't cancel culture because they don't want to admit they failed. You failed. It sucks. Sorry.
So speaking of failure, notable snubs include Blackish, which came to an end this year. Host Anthony Anderson joked the Emmy voters were racist after the show received just 2 nominations.
Yes, and one actor was mad because, they didn't get nominated. Maybe it just wasn't that good, or maybe people didn't think it deserved nomination. I don't know what to tell you.
God.
There's a lot of things get nominated I think are shit. It is what it is. Maybe that's a compliment. Maybe not getting nominated is a compliment.
Maybe it is, yeah.
Because sometimes they nominate stuff and you're like, why the hell did that get nominated? It wasn't even that good. So take it as a compliment.
How many Academy Awards is Top Gun Maverick going to get?
None, probably.
Probably none. I mean, this is so laughable. It's so predictable at this point. Dave Chappelle getting Emmy nominations for his transphobic special is just disgusting. Do better, TV Academy. Do better.
But then they were mad when they weren't nominating black people enough.
Yeah, I know, right? My fear came true, and both Dave Chappelle and Harry Potter are nominated for Outstanding Variety Special Emmy for their turfiest category ever. Dave Chappelle's been canceled directly into an Emmy nomination. This is the thing. Hollywood is starting to wise up.
Well, not just that. You guys having such a hissy shit fit trying to cancel him is what, skyrocketed him even further.
Yeah.
You kind of did it to yourselves. Stop hitting yourself.
Stop hitting yourself.
That's all you're doing.
That's pretty much it. Because then, again, everybody comes and runs and they're like, oh my God, this must be the most awful thing ever.
I got to watch it.
I got to watch it. People love to watch train wrecks.
People will say, did you watch that thing? It's so shit. Oh, I have to watch it now.
I have to watch it.
All you're doing is making these people bigger.
And
Good job.
All Netflix is doing, all they're doing is they're looking at the watch time. They're like, holy shit, look at all this watch time.
Well, we know that because Kevin Smith said that even people were hate watching He-Man. All Netflix saw was they were watching it.
The closer controversy prompted a series of staff resignations. Not many.
No, they didn't. They talk big until they actually have to leave, and then they change their mind.
Actually, what happened, it again had the opposite effect. Netflix, when they hit a bump in the road, what did they do? They laid a bunch of people off, a bunch of activist employees. They canceled a bunch of activist projects.
Yes.
They fired a bunch of bloggers that were probably anti-Dave Chappelle.
They look at you as a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Because who are you, the desk worker, trying to tell us what we should put on our network? Well, time for layoffs.
Time for layoffs. Who's bringing it? Who's not bringing it? Dave Chappelle's bringing it. And again, you don't have to like his comedy.
No.
Nobody's telling you or forcing you to like his comedy, but the reality is that, you tried and failed to cancel him, and a lot of other people that were quote-unquote canceled, like J.K. Rowling, are not actually canceled. And it's not that cancel culture doesn't exist, it's that you're really bad at it, and you failed. That's basically the takeaway. In Hollywood now, they've moved on.
So their answer is, instead of admitting they failed, it doesn't exist. No, it exists. You just failed.
Yeah, pretty much. We're going to wrap it up?
Yep.
Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. We'll talk later.
Bye.